Hi, Vanessa here. In this video, we are going to learn how to crochet the puff stitch. So you'll need some yarn. This is Darn Good Yarns worsted weight silk roving yarn. It is in the color watercolors, and I'll leave a link for this yarn in the description box. It recommends a crochet hook from 5.5 to 6.5, but for this tutorial I'm actually going to use a 4.5, and that's what I use for this swatch. It keeps the puff stitches a little tighter. So I'm going to be using a size 7, okay, 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so you want to chain in multiples of 2, so an even number of stitches. Okay, I'm just going to make a small sample. This is 12 stitches. So now you're going to want to work into the second chain from the hook. This is the first chain and that's the second chain. Okay, and I like to twist my chain stitches and work on the humps. That gives it a nicer edge on the bottom. Okay, so this is the edge if you work into the humps. Okay, so again into the second chain, 1, 2, we're going to twist the flat part forward and insert through the little bump back here. And you don't have to do that, it's just another way to work into the chain stitches to have a nicer edge. Okay, so yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's your first single crochet, and you just want to work 1 single crochet all the way across. So into the next back hump right here, next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, next stitch, work a single crochet. Okay, so we're just going to work 1 single crochet into every stitch across. Okay, I have 2 stitches left and the last one. Okay, so now I'm ready for row 2, and this is where we will start our puff stitch. So we're going to chain 2, okay, and then turn your work. And the chain 2 counts as a half double crochet stitch, so we're not going to work into this stitch here. We're going to start the puff stitch here, okay, into the second stitch. Okay, so to work the puff stitch, you're going to yarn over and then insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, so you want to repeat that 3 more times, so you're working that 4 times, a total of 4 times. So yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. That's 2. Yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. That's 3. Okay, and then the 4th time, yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay, so that's the 4th time. So you should have a total of 9 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now what you're going to do is yarn over and pull through all 9 loops. Okay, chain 1, that secures your puff stitch. Okay, so we're going to skip the next stitch and then work another puff stitch into the next stitch. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, that's 1, yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. That's 2, yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. That's 3. And I like to keep my finger up here. It just sort of holds the stitches on the hook while we're working into the same stitch. Okay, so there's 9 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 9, chain 1 to secure. Okay, that's the repeat all the way across. Okay, so I'm going to skip this next stitch here and work another puff stitch in the next stitch. Okay, so we're doing the yarn over and inserting into the same stitch and pulling up a loop, and we're doing that for a total of 4 times to have 9 loops, and then yarn over, pull through all 9 and chain 1. Okay, skip the next stitch and 1 puff stitch into the next. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, with 9 loops, yarn over, pull through all 9, chain 1 to secure. Okay, so we have 3 stitches left. It's hard to see this one, but there is a stitch here, so count your stitches if you need. We're going to skip this one and then work our last puff stitch here. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, notice I kept my finger and thumb here just to kind of give it some tension and hold it. Yarn over and pull through all 9 loops, chain 1 to secure. Okay, so there's 1 stitch here, and we're going to work 1 half double crochet in that last stitch. So what you want to do is yarn over, insert your hook into that last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop with 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so the chain 2 here was a half double crochet stitch, so you want to end with a half double crochet stitch. Okay, for row 3 you want to chain 1 and turn. Now right here in the same stitch you're going to work 1 single crochet. Okay, so now the repeat is chain 1 and 1 single crochet in the space between the 2 puff stitches. So the chain 1 space, which is right here, 1 single crochet. Okay, chain 1, so we're skipping this stitch here, 1 single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 1 single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Okay, I'm working in between the puff stitches, chain 1, 1 single crochet into the last chain 1 space there, chain 1, and then remember the chain 2 that we worked here. We're going to work our single crochet right into the top of this stitch right there. Okay, row 4, chain 2 and turn, and the chain 2 counts as your half double crochet stitch. So now we're going to work the puff stitch row again, and we're going to work into the chain 1 space that we just worked in the last row. Okay, so it's right there and right there. The chain 1 space is right above the puff stitches. Okay, first puff stitch, yarn over into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop. That's 1, yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. That's 2, yarn over into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop. That's 3. And if you're not sure, just count your loops. Right now I have 2, 4, 6, 7, in case you get distracted. So yarn over, and you need to do that one more time. Okay, so now I have 9 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through all 9, chain 1 to secure. So now we're skipping this single crochet in between the puff stitches down here and working directly into the next chain 1 space. So just know that you're working the puff stitches on top of the previous puff stitches. Okay, yarn over into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, do that 3 more times. Okay, with 9 loops on my hook, yarn over, and then I'm going to pull through all 9 loops. Chain 1 to secure, and then you just repeat that all the way across, working 1 puff stitch into every chain 1 space, and the chain 1 space will be directly above the previous puff stitches. Okay. Okay, so I worked my last puff stitch, and right here I have 1 single crochet left. I'm going to want to work 1 half double crochet in that last stitch. So yarn over into that last stitch. Make sure you go through both loops. Okay, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 3 loops. Okay, so that is pretty much going to be your repeat. Okay, so you're going to want to repeat rows 3 and 4, which is the single crochet and chain 1 row, and then the puff stitch row. Okay, and what you'll get is the puff stitches are aligned, not off-centered. And then when you're happy with the size, you'll need to complete 1 single row of single crochet to match the beginning. Okay, I don't know what project you'll be working on, but if you just want it to finish the swatch, you want to chain 1 and turn, and then 1 single crochet into that first stitch, and then 1 single crochet right above the puff stitch. Okay, so you're basically working 1 single crochet in every stitch. Now instead of working into the space, I'm going to work right into the stitch itself to work my single crochet. Okay, next stitch right above the puff stitch, 1 single crochet, okay, into this chain 1 stitch, not the space but the stitch. Okay, so you're just working 1 single crochet in every stitch across. Make sure you go through 2 loops. Okay, that's my last puff stitch, and then right here was the chain 2, which does count as a stitch, so you want to work your last single crochet in that turning chain. So now you'll have a finishing that matches the beginning. Okay, so just fasten off and you're done. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos. See you next time.